All right. So today we're going to take a deep dive into author branding 101.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, it's all about how to build a platform and attract readers, with this whole digital age thing.
Right. It's a whole new ball game.
It is. And this guide's saying, having a good author brand can make all the difference.
Yeah, and it's interesting how much it's like other industries, like think
Okay.
about any product you love. There's a brand story there, right? Or a personality.
Oh, for sure. Like you connect with that.
Exactly. It goes beyond the product itself.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So how do you do that as an author? Like, how do you go beyond just having your name on a book cover?
Well, the guide really stresses, you got to define your identity as an author.
Okay.
So things like, what are your core values? Why do you write? What message are you trying to get across with your work?
So it's more than just like a website and a tagline.
Exactly right. It's got to be deeper.
Yeah.
It's about authenticity, I think.
Mm.
When readers connect with those values, they feel like they know you. And then that builds trust.
And then that trust leads into, having loyal readers, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like, I get this author. I know what they stand for. I'm excited to see what they do next.
Have you ever felt that connection with an author? Where their values really resonated with you? Let us know down in the comments what you think.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about that. Think about, those authors that you just can't wait for their next book to come out.
Yeah,
There's often a reason for that goes beyond, just their writing style.
for sure. And this guide is really, emphasizing email lists.
Yes.
It says it's like the most valuable marketing asset an author can have.
I can see why they say that.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, think about it. Social media platforms, they can change their algorithms overnight.
Oh, yeah. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. So it's harder and harder to reach your audience, but an email list.
Right.
You've got a direct line to those readers who actually want to hear from you.
It's like cutting through all the noise.
Exactly. And building your own little community, of
Yeah.
dedicated readers. And it's about nurturing those relationships over time, keeping them engaged, and hopefully, turning them into lifelong fans.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
So speaking of engagement, like how do you do that well? What are some good ways to connect with those readers?
Well, the guide really stresses, being consistent and authentic with your interactions.
Okay.
So like responding to comments, acknowledging feedback, make your readers feel seen and heard.
Yeah, it's like having a party and actually talking to your guests instead of just like hiding in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. It makes a difference.
It does make people feel good.
For sure. And don't be afraid to, share little stories or behind the scenes glimpses of your writing process.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let people into your world a little bit.
Exactly.
Makes you more relatable.
Yeah.
Have you ever, felt like showing your vulnerability as an author has helped you connect with your audience?
That's a really good question.
Share your thoughts. We want to hear.
Yeah. It's a tricky balance, right, between being professional and also letting your real self shine through.
For sure.
Yeah, it's about building real connections, not just like shouting out into the void.
Right. So I know a lot of authors, when they're first starting out, they think about building an audience, and it can be really daunting.
Oh, yeah.
So this guide mentioned some tools and tricks you can use to kind of automate the process.
Yeah, makes it a little easier.
Yeah. So what are some of those?
Well, email marketing services are huge.
Yeah.
They can really change the game.
Mm.
They help you manage your list stuff, automate emails, track your results,
Cool.
There's tons of them out there like MailChimp, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
They all have their pros and cons.
So it's not just about like sending out a mass email to everybody.
No, not at all.
It's more strategic.
Right. It's about using those tools to actually nurture those relationships.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then there's social media too.
Oh, yeah. Social media scheduling tools, those can be lifesavers.
Oh, tell me about it.
Like Buffer or Hootsuite.
Yeah.
You can plan your posts ahead of time and, stay active online, even when you're busy writing.
Yeah, it's all about consistency, right?
Exactly.
I've tried to use some of those, and it definitely helps. But, even with the automation, you still got to create good content.
Oh, absolutely. Content is king.
Yeah, people actually want to see.
Right. And that's where lead magnets come in.
Okay, lead magnets.
The guide talks about those a lot, as a really powerful way to grow your email list.
Oh, yeah, those like free downloads or exclusive content.
Exactly. You got to give people a reason to sign up.
Yeah, make it irresistible.
Right. You're offering value up front, giving them a taste of what they can expect from you.
So have you ever signed up for an author's email list because of a lead magnet?
Yeah.
What kind of offers work best for you? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I'm curious too what really grabs people's attention.
All right, so we've talked about crafting a brand, Building that email list, using tools to automate stuff.
Right, lots of steps.
It is a lot. But what about engaging with readers once they're actually on your list or following you on social media?
Well, the guide really emphasizes, being consistent with your engagement. It's
Yeah.
not enough to just like announce your new book every once in a while.
Right, to stay active.
Yeah, you got to be present, responsive,
Yeah,
genuinely interested in your audience.
it's like any relationship,
Exactly. It takes
you
effort.
got to nurture it.
So respond to comments, acknowledge feedback, even just a simple like can go a long way.
It just shows people you see them.
Right. It's about building a community, that sense of belonging,
Yeah.
where readers feel like they're part of something special.
And one way to do that, I think, is to offer something exclusive.
Oh, good point.
Like, giving your loyal readers early access or behind-the-scenes content.
Exactly. Make them feel like VIPs.
Right. Reward that loyalty.
It's a win-win,
Yeah.
Both the author and the reader feel valued and appreciated.
So to recap what we've learned from Author Branding 101 so far, it's about
Crafting a unique and authentic brand that reflects your values and connects with your audience.
building an email list and treating it like the gold mine that it is,
Using tools and automation to make your life easier.
and engaging with your readers consistently, making them feel seen, heard, and appreciated.
It sounds like a lot,
It is.
but at the end of the day, it's all about building those relationships.
And that takes time and effort and, a real desire to connect with your readers.
Absolutely.
What stands out to you from all of this? What are your big takeaways about author branding so far?
Yeah, it's definitely a journey, not a destination. And speaking of journeys, this deep dive wouldn't be complete without giving a shout out to Mathwala Media Publications.
Oh, yeah. They're doing great work.
Yeah, they're really supporting authors, in this whole crazy world of publishing.
It's a wild world out there.
It is. And, their contact info is right there in the source material. So
Right.
if you're feeling lost or just need some guidance, reach out to them.
Definitely always good to have a community, for support and expertise. Absolutely. And on that note, I want to shift gears a little bit. We've been talking a lot about, the external stuff.
Yeah, like the website and social media.
Exactly, the email list, all that. But what about the internal work an author needs to do?
Oh, that's so important. And the guide doesn't really touch on that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the foundation for everything else.
It is.
It's about, mindset, self-belief,
Mhm.
resilience.
Right. All those things that help you deal with the ups and downs of being an author.
Because it's not always easy.
No, it's not. Building a successful author brand, it's not just about marketing tactics.
It's deeper.
Yeah, it's about really understanding yourself as an author.
Knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, what makes you unique.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever felt like, those internal struggles you have as an author have affected your brand or how you connect with readers? Tell us about it in the comments.
I think it's a journey for sure, like a self-discovery thing.
Yeah.
And the more you put into that inner work, the stronger your external brand will be.
So to wrap up this deep dive into Author Branding 101, I want to leave you with this thought.
Go deep. Connect with your why.
Yeah. And remember, you're not alone in this whole author journey. We're all in this together. So head over to the comments section. Let's keep talking. Share your biggest takeaways, your experiences with Author Branded, any questions you have. And yeah, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks everyone.